Good morning. I'm not sure if it's morning or or afternoon, but it's here in Egypt. It's morning, so good morning. I'm GahAllah. I'm the founder and managing director of Nubia Foundation or Nubian Treasures Foundation, and I'm honored and happy to be with you today at the conference. Uh, Today I want to tell you more about our foundation, Nubia, and our activities. So, Kunuz Nubia is a foundation and it's a non-profit foundation aiming to empower Nubian communities and enhancing their skills through trainings in non-formal education that we are producing, the programs that we are producing with people in Nubia. It's actually leveraged the Nubian heritage in designing handicraft workshop, microfinancing trainings, um, and this we've been doing in the past 7 years. Our mission is to rediscover Nubia and fostering the bonds between the land and its native people, as many of the locals doesn't know how rich we are with our culture and heritage. And by introducing this to our locals, we can create something out of the assets that we have to reintroduce Nubia to the whole world. Nubia in Colors Festival, or we call it Nubia Bil Alwan, and it's my first baby. It's one of the first projects that we've been doing in Kunuz Nubia. Nubia in Colors, it's a cultural festival organized by our foundation annually since 2012. It's an engaging festival that highlights and promotes the Nubian heritage through painting, including all the Nubian areas of the villages and the migrated settlement. Actually, we have collected, we spent like 8 months collecting the old Nubian motifs of the Fajiki and Kinzi and the history and the story behind each symbol and motif. We're using green colors. It's natural colors and material that and the artists are just drawing the outlines, and the locals and the tourists are participating by painting and coloring, so they feel the ownership of the place or the house, and they feel that they belong to this place. Parallel to the painting activities, we design and facilitate workshops that educate and engage children in recycling, art, culture, and dialogue sessions. That because we have a gap between the north and the south in Egypt, and knows not so much people knows about Nubia, so we have this dialogue sessions and sessions that reflects our culture, traditions, and what we are doing here and our lifestyle. Actually, personally, I'm considering the festival that it acts like a platform to introduce our culture and lifestyle to people, and to give the non-locals the opportunity to introduce their life and culture to us. Actually, we have some screening for movies, documentaries, and different topics of dialogue that related to identity and tolerance. We also invite music bands, and that it's not just the painting and the sessions, but parallel we have music bands that they are jamming and playing on the street while people are painting. So it's also an opportunity to know more about our music and different actually music from different cultures. And all of this, it's been covered by media, whether TV, radio, and print. So far, in the past year, we're done with almost, actually it's more than 122 houses, and we have Nubia in Colors Festival and at the last week of January 2019, to paint around 28 more houses, so that we will have the total like 150 houses. And I'd love to take the opportunity to have the opportunity to invite you all to join us if you have the time. It's gonna be a nice opportunity to have you on board with us and enjoy the festival. Since day one I worked in Nubia, I had main three goals that I've been working on them. The first one is raising the income and standard of living in Nubia for the Nubian communities. And the second one is branding Nubian culture and heritage globally and locally. As I'm facing this problem that not all of people in Egypt knows about Nubia. Or whenever I say I'm Nubian, you're not from Egypt. So I have to illustrate that I'm Egyptian and there is a part of Egypt called Nubian. We have our culture. So I want to let more people know about our culture and our people. And the third goal that I'm working on is contributing to the sustainable development of Nubian communities and then by extension to the region. As a part of branding Nubia globally, we wanted to internationalize the festival. So we had this partnership with the Nubia Initiative to organize Nubia in Colors in Washington, D.C. and some other countries. As the Nubia Initiative has the connections and the network of scholars, artists, and professionals working both and on Nubia to promote this effort to engage the Nubian community in Sudan and the diaspora for more holistic approach to Nubian culture preservation effort. Why we are doing this festival in DC, or what our objectives? As we said, Nubia in Colors started with the aim of rekindling Nubians' interest in their culture and strengthening the spirit of belonging by creating opportunities for dialogue, employment, and ecotourism all over the year there. So, integrating this established local festival to the international community will brand and valorize Nubia globally by raising awareness and inviting Nubians and the diaspora as well as the local to learn and engage with the culture. Actually, in addition to this being a unique opportunity of cultural tourism for the district resident at the heart of Washington, D.C., this is an entirely youth-led effort to engage Nubian youth in the diaspora. Any profits that would be generated from the bazaar will contribute to our growing efforts in the organization, actually for implementing more workshops and vocational training for Nubian women aimed at their sustainable socio-economic development, and by extension their communities in both Egypt and Sudan. And this will strengthen the sense of community and the connection between the Nubians and the diaspora and those Nubians at home, as well as to foster better appreciation to the endangered Nubian heritage that we are trying to keep. So what we will do in DC, Nubian Colors in DC will be divided into painting, bazaar and food market, granny's tales, entertainment, beauty corner, and seeds of Nubia. And the painting part will have traditional and natural paints with old motifs as the paintings on the Nubian homes, and the participants will be engaged on coloring and knowing more about this, what's behind these symbols. The market and the bazaar, the food market and bazaar, it's there will be Nubian handicrafts, as it's our products that produced in the vocational training and socioeconomic development workshops for Nubian women. And by the way, you can find here at the conference outside some samples of our products from the handicraft bags and jewelries. So you're welcome to have a look and or order some of them. Also, we'll be having this food market, taste of Nubian traditional dishes and drinks. The granny's tales, we will have the connection between the youth and the grannies by having Nubian women telling us about the stories and the tracing back to pre-migration period until now, and what's the difference between them. On the entertainment part, uh, we'll have performances by local Nubian artists and collaboration with some local DC drum circle. Also, we'll be having some series of films, documentaries, detailing various aspects of ancient Nubia on the screening gazebo. In the beauty corner, we will have henna, some henna drawings and hair braiding, traditional crafts and natural products for body. So also the guests can dress up in traditional Nubian clothes and have photos to take it for memory. Uh, and the seeds part, Seeds of Nubia, will be having gardening workshop on traditional Nubian plants and spices and what are their benefits. Again, I'm very happy and honored being with you today. I want to thank you for your time and thank you, Dima, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you a lot. And thanks for your effort you've been exerting with us since we've met for the first time and even before we meet. And here are my contacts. I'd be glad and happy if you contact me for um, any reason. And thank you again. Thank you. Any questions?